Hello friends, welcome to my channel Concept Well. Today we are going to start the second part of basic math, and that will be integration. So in my last video I taught you what is differentiation. Today I am going to teach you integration. Now what is integration? Integration is the term which says it is anti-differentiation or opposite of differentiation. What does it mean? In differentiation, suppose in one graph of y versus x, in differentiation we deduce the term we have been given as a function. Suppose if we have a function fx y equal to fx equal to x square, then dy by dx, if we differentiate the function, it comes out to be dy by dx equal to f dash x equal to 2x. So we see that the power has been reduced or it has been differentiated. Okay, but in integration what we do, suppose if we are given y equal to x square, in integration what is done? Integral y dx equal to integral x square dx, it becomes x cube by 3. So power has been increased. Or if we take the previous example, the differentiated term, suppose we take y equal to 2x, or let dy by dx equal to 2x, or if we write dy equal to 2x dx, now integrate it, we get x square. So now I am going to tell you how to do integration, what is integration used for, and the laws of integration. Now suppose there is a graph like this, okay, and we need to find that y multiplied by x, the area under the curve along the x-axis, this part. Now we can divide it into n different parts. N tends to infinite, such that each part resembles a rectangle. Okay. Now if I take out the area of these parts, then each of these rectangles, then we see that this area here, and this area here, these shaded areas, they are left out. Now if I increase the value of n, I am showing you in bigger size. Now see, suppose the value of n is less now, and a bigger amount of space has not been calculated. Suppose I make n equal to n by 2, then what? Then there are more. So we see that now the area has again been reduced than the previous one. Means the part left out has been reduced. So now for the previous one, the part left out was more than this part. Similarly, now if I make the value of n infinite, as I am increasing the value of n, the area left out is decreasing. So if I make n equals to infinite, the area calculated through integration comes out to be equal to this. Now integration is actually the area under curve. So now let's see second example. Suppose this is a straight line, okay, and we have to find, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. We have to find the area up to suppose 3, 3, such that y equal to x. Okay. Now if I, through my common sense, this is a triangle, it has base 3 and height 3, so area comes out to be 1 by 2 into 9 equal to 9 by 2. Now if I integrate, y is given x. So integral x dx, it is written like this. I will tell you why it is written like this, why everything I will tell you. Just first capture the concept first. It becomes x square by 2. Now maximum value of x is 3, minimum value is 0. So I make it 0 to 3. Okay, it becomes 3 is 9 by 2 minus 0. So it comes out to be 9 by 2. So now we see that integration is actually the area under curve, and it has been very well put into our minds. Now let us start. How to do integration? What is integration? Suppose a differentiated function is gx. Now dy means changing y becomes equal to gx dx, means the value of differentiated function multiplied by changing x. Now we know integration is opposite of differentiation. So integral dy equal to y. This is the sign of integration. Similarly, if I put integral dy, then I have to put integral dy equal to integral gx dx. Okay. So this is the basic theory which we will be using in physics. Now mathematics is a part different. We will show you how to do integration, what is integration more elaborately in the mathematics part. But this is what we need in physics. So for a small change in y, we have to take out the change in x and multiply it by the value of the differentiated function at those points. Now first I am writing down the formulas of integration, then I will tell you how to do integration of different functions. Integral x to the power n dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Integral 1 by x dx equal to ln mod x. Now we see that each and every term in here is opposite of differentiation. If I differentiate ln x, then the value comes dy by dx equal to 1 by x. Integral e to the power x dx is the same, since differentiation of e to the power x is also e to the power x. E to the power x dx becomes e to the power x by log a. Log e of a, obviously, plus c. Yes, and each place there is a constant. Since we know differentiation of a constant is 0, so we always have to write the plus c's. If we are not required, then we will not write. Integral sin x dx. Now we see that differentiation of cos x was what? Minus sin x. So if I means dy by dx, see dy by dx equal to minus sin x, since y equal to cos x. So d cos x by dx was minus sin x, or sin x dx, if we integrate it, it becomes integral d cos x minus of, because minus comes opposite side, equal to the minus retains, and since this is d whole of cos x, so it becomes simply cos x. So we can easily determine the integral value from the differentiated value. So this is minus cos x plus c. Similarly, integral cos x dx equal to sin x plus c. Integral sec square x dx equal to tan x plus c. Integral cosec square x dx equal to minus cot x plus c integral sec x tan x dx equal to sec x plus c. Please note this down. Integral cosec x cot x dx equal to minus cosec x plus c. Integral dx by root under 1 minus x square equal to sin inverse x plus c equal to, this is equal to 2 answers they have, means first one is sin x plus c, sin inverse x plus c, and the second one is minus cos inverse x plus c. Since we have seen that differentiation of sin inverse x is equal to 1 by root under 1 minus x square, and differentiation of cos inverse x becomes minus 1 by root under 1 minus x square. So just remember this, because if it comes that minus dx by root under 1 minus x square is similarly equal to minus sin inverse x plus c equal to cos inverse x plus c. Please remember this. I will not write it down because this is simple concept of like plus and minus. Now integral dx by 1 plus x square. This is tan inverse x plus c. Now certain things we have not done in differentiation. Just remember this until you get a good concept in mathematics of calculus of mathematics. Just remember this. Integral tan x dx equal to ln, means log e, ln mod sec x plus c, and integral cot x dx equal to ln mod sin x plus c. Now comes the important part, that is integral dx by a square plus x square equal to 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. Dx by x square minus a square equal to 1 by 2a ln, means log e, mod of x minus a by x plus a plus c. Dx by a square minus x square equal to 1 by 2a ln mod of a plus x by a minus x plus c. Dx by root under a square minus x square equal to sin inverse x by a plus c. Integral dx by root under x square minus a square equal to ln of mod of x plus root under x square minus a square plus c dx by root under x square plus a square equal to ln mod of x plus root under x square plus a square plus c. Now, root under a square plus x square dx equal to x plus root under x square x root under x square plus a square by 2 plus a square by 2 ln mod of x plus root under x square plus a square plus c. Please note those parts. That's x square plus a square. Okay. Similarly, integral root under a square minus x square dx becomes x root under x a square minus x square by 2. This is a square minus x square by 2 plus a square by 2 sin inverse x by a plus c. Now, root under a square x square minus a square dx. This is equal to x root under x square minus a square by 2 minus a square by 2 ln mod of x plus root under x square minus a square plus c. I hope you have noted everything. Now, let us see how will you integrate certain functions. Suppose you have been given that s displacement is a function of time, that is t cube plus sin t plus cos t. Or let us take velocity v equal to this. Suppose you have been told to find the velocity at some point, or displacement at some point, or net displacement from t equal to 0 to 2 equal to something. So let us see how. Now v, what is v? Now we know v means velocity equal to ds by dt, that is changing displacement by changing time. Now this is instantaneous velocity we are talking about. So what becomes of ds? ds becomes v dt. Okay. Now always remember, in calculus we take dx as one term. Okay. So ds becomes v, what is the value of v? So t cube plus sin t plus cos t dt. If we put integral values, now we see that displacement at t equal to 0 was, if we take displacement at t equal to 0 to be 0, okay, so or at some time t we take displacement to be 0, means let me properly tell you that we are more interested in taking the value of displacement from certain point in time to certain point in time, okay. So before that, whatever may be the displacement, suppose it is s1 and this becomes s, so initially it was s1, finally it was s plus s1, so what is the resultant displacement from time t1 to t2? That is s. So we are not interested in the displacement which has already occurred before, so we take s equal to 0. This is for every single calculation either of kinematics or of any part further kinematics, okay. So we take from 0 to s, and for these are called lower limits and upper limits, okay. I am rubbing this part. Similarly, suppose we have been told to find the time is from, suppose at time t equal to 0, or let us take time t equal to 1 to t equal to 2, okay. So t equal to 1 second to t equal to 2 second. Now, okay, now let us integrate it. Integration is always distributive. Distributive means dt multiplies it, because we are taking this dt to be a common term. It is a term, so it can be multiplied with all this. So we take integral 1 to 2 t cube dt plus integral 1 to 2 sin t dt plus integral 1 to 2 cos t dt. Now what is the actual value of each? T cube means t to the power n plus 1, that is 3 plus 1 is 4, by n plus 1 means 4. 1 to 2, it is written like this after we have integrated it. Sin t means minus cos t. Now, and cos t means just sin t. Now you may have the question that why am I not writing c in this case? Because as I told you before, that displacement initially was something and finally something plus extra. Now something is not required here, because here we will subtract this, means this is actually called definite integration. Definite integration means we have been given a lower limit and an upper limit, and we have to see the difference which comes in the function in these two parts, okay. So this becomes, we first put the upper limit minus lower limit, okay. So 2 to the power 4 by 4 minus 1 to the power 4 by 4. I am writing just one, others I will directly be writing. So just see this, it is 2 to the power 4 by 4 minus 1 to the power 4 by 4. Like this you can calculate for all terms. I am writing down the answer directly. It will be, so 2 2s are 4 2s are 8 2s are 16, 4 4s are 16, so 4 minus 1 by 4, so it is 15 by 4 plus cos 2 minus cos 2 plus cos 1, since minus minus is plus, so cos 1 minus cos 2 plus sin 2 minus sin 1 . So this is how we integrate. We can be given any type of function and we have to integrate it like this, okay. Now let me show you another small thing that will be required. Which is integration by parts, okay. So what is integration by parts? Suppose we have been given to integrate two functions, gx and fx, both dx. Now suppose you see that gx or fx, either one is not really differentiable in this case. Okay, so you take one which is differentiable and you integrate that. Means suppose fx is integrable, gx is not integrable. So we take gx out and we make it integral fx dx, and then we write minus of integral fx and g dash x, means differentiation of x, differentiation of gx. This is the differentiated function of gx into dx. Okay, let me show you with an example. Suppose we have been given to integrate x square ln x dx. Now have I, in all those formulas, have I ever shown integral ln dx? Because it is not really differentiable at this case. So what to do? We just take ln x out. So we do what? By parts. Ln x integral x square dx plus minus integral x square, same as before. And oh yeah, one thing, this should be out of it. This is called double integration. Double integrating. Rub it clearly. This is the integrated part of fx multiplied by g dash x. Understood? So what it becomes? Gx integral of fx dx minus integral inside the bracket integrated function of fx, means integral fx dx multiplied by g dash x and dx. Now ln x into integral of x square dx, and now x square dx again integral of x square dx whole integral of, this is inside the bracket, differentiation of ln x is 1 by x dx. So it is ln x into x square dx, means x cube by 3, x cube by 3 minus x cube by 3 into this part becomes x cube by 3 divided by x, means x square by 3, integral x square by 3 dx. So ultimate result comes x cube by 3 ln x minus x cube by 9, since 1 by 3 we have taken common. So we take 1 by 3 common, it becomes again x square dx, means x cube by 3, which is x cube by 9 plus c. Now if it was definite integration, then we have neglected c. This is called integration by parts. Again remember, this is the main formula. And now how will you see if you have two functions and you want to use the integration by parts rule, then what to do? Follow ILET. What is ILET? I is for inverse. Inverse means tan inverse x, sin inverse x, such things. Okay. L is for logarithm. A is for algebraic. Logarithm means log x. Algebraic means x cube x plus 2, like this. Trigonometric. And E is exponential. Now what is trigonometric? Tan x, cos x, such things, and exponential means a to the power x, a to the power x, 2 to the power x, things like this. Okay. Now let us understand what is the use of ilet. Suppose we have been given a function where we have to integrate it, and we have the function is a multiplication of two types of functions, means one is exponential, one is logarithmic, means log x into e to the power x. Now what to do? You take the one which comes at the last, means which comes later, to be differentiated as fx. Okay, you take fx here as the part which comes later, and gx here as the part which comes before. Okay, now suppose if it comes integral tan inverse x tan inverse x dx. So we see that it is multiplication of algebraic and inverse. So since algebraic is later, we integrate this, means it is tan inverse x into x dx minus integral of x dx. What is the differentiation of tan inverse x? 1 by 1 plus x square dx. Okay, like this. So remember ilet, and you can do all the questions. So integration, basic integration is complete, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned it. The next video will also be of basic math. There I will be showing a part of differentiation which is called chain rule. Okay, chain rule is a bit important. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel and like the video. Thank you.